Hello, Fantastic Beasts fans. We all know that Dumbledore is a master manipulator, but I'm wondering, with all the new information and images being released, if he's behind Credence being placed with Mary Lou. I'm Susan Chapal with Fantastic Secrets Behind Fantastic Beasts to bring you the clues. Join me and other Fantastic Beasts fans here on the Beast Chaser Forum as we uncover the secrets, discover what's coming first, and play along with Rowling's newest game. And make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you'll be notified when videos post and won't miss out on the next clues. As I'm noting in every video now, with the richness of detail that has been released, there may be spoilers ahead, so proceed here and in the comments below with caution. But if you stick around, don't click away before the very end where I'm giving away a Noble Collection plush Niffler. The fan site set reports hint that after Credence's blow-up at the end of the last film, he finds something in his former home that sends him to France, looking for his mother and identity. Ever since I read this, I've been pondering what he could have found to send him to Paris. Could it have been a wand? Possibly, but it's highly doubtful Mary Lou would have held on to such a thing, and if so, it would be broken. And how much could a wand tell Credence about his family? Maybe a photo. A wizarding photo would reveal a lot more. He could see setting as well as people, and with them moving, get a sense of character as well. Or perhaps it was a letter he found. A letter could tell a lot, of course, especially a letter like Dumbledore left with the Dursleys regarding the care of young Harry. But then there's another possibility that we've been seeing a lot of in Crimes of Grindelwald, a postcard. A postcard, besides being very timely of the period, would combine the benefits of both a letter and a photo. Credence would get a strong image of location along with the detailed information of a letter. And we've seen several postcards pictured in both the film and behind the scenes reveals. One that intrigues me the most is this French Ministry of Magic one. It definitely seems to be written and sent. Who at the ministry would send a postcard that affects our plot? Could it have been to Mary Lou to follow up on her care of Credence? But if someone in the ministry placed Credence with Mary Lou, who was it and for what purpose? I've speculated since the beginning that I thought Credence was deliberately sent away for protection, either to protect others from him or to protect him from someone else. But Credence is not alone in hidden monstrous powers. What if the powers that reside in Credence and Leta are so strong that they were both sent away from their home at such a young age to hide them from Grindelwald? Dumbledore has known since 1899 what Grindelwald was about. We've discussed this in a prior video about the possible experiments they did as teens and the vow they made together. What if someone at the French ministry, or possibly Flamel, communicated with Dumbledore regarding the Lestrange children and their special powers, and they conspired to separate them and remove them from Grindelwald's grasp? Credence was sent far away to America and placed under the care of a woman who should be the last place Grindelwald would look, a confirmed magical hater, and Leta was sent to Hogwarts, where Dumbledore could keep a close eye on her. Until now, as indicated by Pedro Martins in his report for Potterish, that Grindelwald considers Credence his key to power. But is there any evidence for such a theory? Here are 4 possibilities. 1. We've long believed that Dumbledore was behind Newt being sent to New York just as an Obscurus was striking. This theory seems to be confirmed in some of the set reports, where it said Dumbledore and Newt had a confrontation because Newt felt like he'd been manipulated. So he was not aware of exactly what Dumbledore had manipulated him into in the first film. 2. If we accept that Dumbledore was behind Newt's stopover in New York and that Dumbledore had an ulterior motive to send Newt there, then that suggests that Dumbledore was aware of Credence's location. Was he merely informed about it, or was he directly involved in placing Credence in New York? 3. Such an arrangement could explain why the Ministry of Magic is so suspicious of Dumbledore and his relations to Newt. Could they have unearthed communication between Dumbledore and New York from years before? Does the Ministry have information that directly ties Dumbledore to Credence being sent to Mary Lou, as well as Newt being sent to investigate. And then there's a possible hint of a mysterious character who may provide a direct link between Dumbledore and the Lestrange family. We caught a glimpse of a new teacher in the Back to Hogwarts featurette. As I showed in my last video, this seems to be Fiona Glasgott, but I think I was totally wrong about who she was playing. In the comments of the last video, Gianna suggests that she could be playing Leta's stepmother and Credence's biological mother, which would definitely explain why her name has been kept secret. And Kelly also suggests that Dumbledore knows this backstory and is why he sent Newt to New York. So much thanks to both these ladies for such an awesome catch. But is there any evidence for Fiona Glascott playing Credence's mother? Here is one possibility. Look at this classroom shown in a new short released on Back to Hogwarts Day. Seems to be Dumbledore's gadgets, doesn't it? But it's not the DADA classroom. This new classroom has a stone floor and different style windows. If on the same day we were shown a new teacher and a new classroom, maybe there's a connection. Look at this previously released image of Leta sitting in the same classroom. This seems to be when she arrived with the ministry. Whose classroom would they be showing the adult Leta hanging out in, if not Dumbledore's? Maybe someone she knows personally. And could Fiona Glascott be that person? But as Fiona is an Irish actress rather than French, I think the relationship may be a bit more distant. As I stated in a prior video, I believe Credence has another power, a birth power, one that he shares with Leta, his half-sister from their father. This power is symbolized by the crow or raven, shown in various images with Leta as well. It is this power that allowed Credence to control his Obscurus and live longer than any other Obscurial. But why separate Credence from his mother and let Leta stay with family? Unless Credence was sent to family as well, what if Mary Lou was a Lestrange descendant? Here are the hints at this possibility, slight though they may be. 1. Mary Lou obviously knew something about Credence's birth family. She knew his mother well enough to say she was a wicked, unnatural woman. Mary Lou also must have left behind something Credence found to inform him that his family came from France. 2. Mary Lou could be an English version of the French name Mary Lou, a combination of Maria Louise. 3. Then look at this. On the Lestrange family tree, Credence's grandfather has 2 older sisters listed. They are the only female descendants listed until Leta. They are also the only descendants listed that are not the next Corvus. They must be significant. The eldest name starts with M, and the rest is illegible. Could she be named after her mother, Minette Rosier? Or could that M be the start of Mary Lou? No, I'm not suggesting that this is Mary Lou Barebone, but perhaps she could be her mother. What if the eldest sister was a Squib and moved to America? And what if there she fell in with the descendants of American Scourers? And what if their daughter was Mary Lou? I'm imagining that Barebone is Mary Lou's married name, as I doubt a single woman of this time period would be allowed to adopt children. And perhaps Mary Lou is carrying on the work of her Scourer husband. But people back in Europe still knew that Mary Lou's mother had emigrated to the US, so when it came time to find a home for young Credence, as far away from France as they could, she was asked to take him in. And with her fanaticism to fight everything magical, she agreed, whipping Credence worse than the others to beat the magic out of him. But instead, she made him stronger. Would Credence's Obscurus then be an unfortunate byproduct of Dumbledore's manipulations? And what of the teacher at Hogwarts? Could she indeed be Credence's mother, as Gianna speculates? Or perhaps she's the daughter of this other aunt listed, Josette. If Josette's daughter had been brought up living and working at Hogwarts, is she the connection that brings Dumbledore into the Lestrange story? Is she his informant? We've had 2 female Lestranges listed in the casting charts, a Mrs. Lestrange and Credence's aunt, who we talked about in a prior video. Could Credence's aunt in flashbacks, play the mother to either Mary Lou or Fiona Glasgott. I'm not sure whether it was Dumbledore who arranged for Credence's placement or if he was merely informed about it. How closely Rowling would want to parallel Harry's relationship with the Dursleys, but I doubt anyone could have predicted what serious repercussions this placement would have on Credence, as well as Leta. And so the Crimes of Grindelwald will, I think, be just as much about the joining of these two separated siblings and the magical power that union brings, as it will be about the Crimes of Grindelwald and what choices Credence and Leta will make as to what they do with their special powers. So what do you think? Was Dumbledore the master manipulator behind Credence and Leta's separation? And is Mary Lou a Lestrange descendant? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Also, please check out my new fan shop on Amazon for books and Funko Pops and wands and all things Fantastic Beasts. In my last video for Back to Hogwarts, I announced a giveaway for this adorable plush Noble Collection Niffler to one of this vlog's subscribers. Entry is simple. All you have to do is subscribe, click the bell notification, and comment on my Back to Hogwarts video, linked in the description box below. That's it. Anyone around the world can enter, though be aware that it may take longer for the Niffler to find her way home to you. The deadline for entry is September 22nd, 2018. For a description of the Niffler and a full list of how this giveaway will work, see the description box below.